We are back in action on Saturday. Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest. Match preview is what we bring you right here onto the United Matters channel. From coming back from a 2-0 defeat, leveling the game through a brace of Garnacho with Rasmus Hojlund scoring the winner after 1,000 minutes of his goal drought in the Premier League at Man United, we travel to the City Ground. City Ground is really one of those stadiums that you really want to go on because our history there is good. And Nottingham Forest are some of the teams that we went ahead to collect 6 points from last season. At Old Trafford, we beat them. And even when we went at their stadium, we beat them by 2-0. I remember even Diego Dallo went ahead to score the second goal. And who was responsible? Was it Rashford who scored the first goal, if I'm not mistaken? So we are going to play the City Ground, and I'm here to bring you the match preview of Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. When you look at Manchester United, we are really having some players who are really injured, but let's first talk about the players totally out of the game, above of the game over Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, our knee is out with a groin injury. Felipe is having a hamstring. Serge Aurier is having a calf injury. Ibrahim Sangare will miss the game on Saturday because of the suspension he really got after accumulating 5 yellow cards. Those are the players that are really out. Willy Boyley, who got a red card as they lost 3-2 to Bournemouth, is really back to play into the central defense. And when you look at Manchester United, we are really having lots of players that are really out. Casemiro, Lisandro Martinez, Mason Mount, Harry Maguire, Tyrell Malacia, Victor Lindelof, Anthony Martial, Luke Shaw, and Sofiane Amrabat in there for you. All those players are really out. But I think Amad Diallo might make it to the traveling squad because he has been training with the team for now 2 weeks. And the manager has gone ahead to hint about his return into this game of football. But the rest of the players are readily available to obviously go on and really take on the mantle to see to it that we really take ourselves to where we deserve to be. And it's a very huge game that we're supposed to obviously play with good intent, because when you look at the fixtures, when you look at the Premier League fixtures, by the way, when you look at the Premier League fixtures that are going to be played, it's Chelsea opening up there. Chelsea there, then Sheffield, Aston Villa, Man United will play later, and Arsenal comes through on Sunday. Tottenham Hotspur is also playing on Sunday. Liverpool is playing on Monday, right? So when you look at all those teams that you are going to play, they are really those teams really ahead of us. Most of them are really playing on Monday, apart from, I think, Manchester City. So all you have to do is that let's win our game. We are having 31 points. If we win our game, we go to 34. That means we'd have gone ahead to be 8 points behind Liverpool. Liverpool is playing Newcastle on Monday. Then we'll be 6 points behind Arsenal. So it shows you how the table really goes ahead to change drastically, and people don't even believe that the table is going to look like this, and we need to see to it that we really win this game. That's the most important bit of us going in here for you. So all we need is to win this game, and as we've always gone ahead to say, that you get a point at Liverpool and you lose to West Ham, the game you went ahead to really draw at Liverpool doesn't make sense. The same scenario is going to really apply onto this fixture. If we lose to Nottingham or really drop points, you know what will happen? It will happen in a sense that we never really made our win against Aston Villa to make sense. So to make it make sense, we have to go out and really beat this team of Nottingham. Nottingham has been really a hyped up side ever since the new manager really came in, Nuno Espirito. His first game at City Ground ended 3-2 in favor of Bournemouth. But there was a red card effect. Then they went away at Newcastle and they beat Newcastle by 3-1. And it's really going to be a hard game for us. But I think with the squad that we are having, Erik ten Hag will really overcome this and really win this game. Because I know that this team can obviously turn around results. And it's going to be a test of consistency. Can we win another game consecutively, right? Having beat Aston Villa, can we go to Nottingham Forest and really get 3 points? That's what we should be really vying for right about now. So let's get straight into the predicted starting 11 for the club of Manchester United, as we anticipate that we win this game of football. Andre Onana, to me, I expect him in between the stitches. I don't see him play anywhere. So I don't see Erik ten Hag play any other player. He's going to be in between the stitches. With him included into the AFCON squad, we all know that when he leaves, it's going to be Bendayer to obviously do the needful and really play the beautiful game of football for the club of Manchester United. That is it. So he's going to be in goal. He really put up some wonderful saves. As we played against Aston Villa, every time the club needed him, he was there to protect the team. So after that, we go to the right back. I think it's going to be Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That is it. And he's really solid in there for you. And we anticipate the best out of him. The left back, it's going to be Dalot. And for Dalot, he really has some good memories. Remember, when we played last time there in the Premier League, he went ahead to score the second goal. The game was 1-0. And he pulled up that second goal that really cut us off the rope, and we won that game by 2-0. Central defense, I know it's gonna stay the same. It's gonna be Rafael Varane on the right side of the central defense and John Evans on the left side of the central defense doing the needful, unless otherwise one of those really gets an injury. But I really understand it's gonna be like that. That is the back five of Man United, and we go to the double pivot. I really believe it's gonna be Kobe Menu alongside Eriksen, because they really had a very fantastic adventure all exhibit at the stadium of Old Trafford, and they really went ahead to do the needful. Two press-resistant midfielders that put up a show. And in a game like this, all you need is to see to it that you really get yourself up and running and really do justice to yourself. Central attack midfielder Bruno Fernandes, almost involved in 3 goals that we scored at Old Trafford that saw us win that game of football. We anticipated that he comes back with the same form because he's a classy player, but we need to see to it that he's on that blistering form. Then the right-sided right attack midfielder, I think it's going to be Alejandro Garnacho. There is no way you get him off that position after getting you a brace in a night where he would have gone ahead to even get us a hat-trick. So no reason to obviously get him out. Then you're having on the left, we are having none other than Marcus Rashford, man who showed us that he's now fired back and he's up and running, and he really got himself an assist on the night. Leading the line, scoring his goal for the first time in the Premier League. That is Rasmus Hojlund coming through fired up, and you anticipated that he might be ready to obviously take on this side of Nottingham. But we need to obviously look at Nottingham and really note that they're really having some good players. Elanga, and they can hit you on the break, you know that. Woods coming in through, scoring 4 in 2 games, and he scored a hat-trick against Newcastle. We should be a very observant side, but with Rafael Varane in that central defense and Evans, I think they can do the needful. The other player who is really deadly on the attack, Gibson, is it Gibbs White? Yeah, Gibbs White is another one that also comes in and puts in a shift, plus Callum Odoi. He's also another one that is really a threat when it comes to really playing in there for you. So wait and see how that pans out, but that is my predicted starting 11 for the side of Manchester United as we prepare to take on the side of Nottingham in there for you. Now let's go to these head-to-head stats as I read them to you to see to it that we find a better way to give ourselves a prediction. 1. Nottingham have lost their last 11 meetings with Man United in all competitions, including each of their last 4 at home, by an aggregate of 17-1. So we are a high scoring side against Nottingham Forest, and we should really continue with this. Then secondly, Manchester United have won their last 11 meetings with Nottingham Forest in all competitions, only against Aston Villa and Wigan have they had longer win runs, 14 in both instances. So we are really trying to extend our lead. Third, Nottingham Forest's only Premier League win against Man United came at Old Trafford in December 1994. Their last home win against them was in March 1992, thanks to Nigel Clog strike. So they last beat us at the City Ground in 1992. So it's another huge boost that we have to look at as we head into this beautiful game of football. Then there is Nottingham Forest, have only won their final league game in one of the last 9 calendar years, beating Wigan 1-0. Their final game of 2022 was a 3-0 defeat to Manchester United. Yep, that is it. Then lastly, Manchester United haven't lost their final league game in any of the last 11 calendar years. We've won 8 and won 3 since a 3-2 home loss to Blackburn in Rovers in 2011. They've won each of their last 5 in a row, meaning that we are pumped up for destiny as far as this fixture is really concerned, and that really takes us into a better position to compete for this game of football. And I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for the club of Manchester United. That is it. I'm predicting a win. Never change a winning team, as you see there. I don't see any reason as to why Ten Hag should change any player. We should come up with the same team. And I don't want to see Ten Hag bringing on Scott McTominay to start. You know, for the very first time, I want to see Erik Ten Hag name the same 11 that played the previous game to come in through and really play this game. That is it. Let Anthony play off the bench. Let maybe Amad Diallo play off the bench. You know, Scott McTominay off the bench, and very many others. Let them play off the bench, and let's see how far this team can take us in as far as vying for this win is really concerned. And you all know that when you're having Kobe Menu and Eriksson, 2 press resistant players, as I told you last time when I saw them playing that double pivot, that they are going to be a very good side, and that side is going to really put up a very good show as far as creating chances for our forwards are really concerned. And you saw it very well that we were really very fluid, you know, in the final third. And Garnacho and Rashford got the ball very many times because the midfield could easily release it and release it on time, and they could obviously be not pressured every time they are pressed. So that is it, coming in from that predicted starting 11 of Manchester United, and my prediction is a 2-1 win for the club of Manchester United. I don't know what your prediction is, but we should obviously go there and really get a win. New manager bounce, you might anticipate it, but I think we have a better side and a more vision side to see to it that we win this game of football. You know, we cannot be the bigger fish to fry. Nottingham has to fall on our sword to really continue that consistency. And what a way to pump ourselves into the new year, because this is going to be the last Premier League game we are going to play. Then on the 7th, we come in through and really play in the FA Cup. And after playing in the FA Cup, the Premier League returns on the 14th of January. That's when we play our game and then rest for some other. We are going to rest for some other 2 weeks, and then when we're returning, then the 1st of February we'll play Wolverhampton Wanderers away from home, when we are having in maybe 1 or 2 new signings, and Casemiro, Lisandro Martinez, Mason Mount, all those injured players will be back. The Tero Malacia of this world, they'll be back to play their role into this fixture. So we thank God for the gift of life. The Muslim is Barakallahu Fikum. We sign out for now. See you later, and may the living to God bless you abundantly. Bye-bye.